Before we jump into the features and the tech specs, let's go ahead and check out what all comes inside the box. Now, this is technically the 2-pack, which includes 2 mesh Wi-Fi points in addition to the unit you'll use as the main Wi-Fi router. The Wi-Fi points are pretty good size, obviously very clean and simple design that you'll be able to hide away if you need to, but I think they're also slim enough to blend into the background on a desk or shelf too. Digging a little deeper inside the box, you've got one more Wi-Fi point here, as well as all the necessary cables and a booklet of instructions to walk you through everything. You've got a single Ethernet cable to connect one Wi-Fi point to your cable modem and enable it as the main router, and you've also got 3 AC power adapters that power up each of the Wi-Fi points. Like I mentioned, the units themselves are pretty slim and very simple. They're barely 5 inches across, and on the bottom you've got some rubber feet so the desk or shelf these sit on doesn't get scratched. And as far as the ports, you'll find the AC power plug off to the far left, along with a USB port and 2 Ethernet ports on each device. So you'll have to use one as your main Ethernet in for the cable modem, but if a wired connection is a necessity for something, you've basically got 5 additional Ethernet ports you can use if you need to across all 3 Wi-Fi points. So let's talk about the specs. The Deco M9 Plus system features AC 2200 speeds and tri-band Wi-Fi with dedicated backhaul. And what all that means is that you're going to be able to connect more than 100 devices at once and get the fastest, most reliable Wi-Fi network possible. This system supports speeds up to 400 megabits per second on the 2.4 gigahertz band and 867 megabits per second on the 2 additional 5 gigahertz bands. And along with fast and reliable speeds, you'll also get some added features like smart home support and threat protection, which I'll talk about in just a second. As far as setting everything up, it's a super simple process that takes place mainly through the TP-Link app that's available for iOS and Android. The app walks you through the setup process step by step, and the first thing it asks you to do is to temporarily disconnect your cable modem before plugging in the power cable and Ethernet cables on the first Wi-Fi point, which will be used as the main router. You'll then power everything back up and wait for the various lights on your cable modem and the Deco Wi-Fi point to light up with the appropriate colors. And after that, it's just a matter of setting up a quick Bluetooth connection and letting the app take care of the rest. You'll need to label this first Wi-Fi point so that you can identify it if there's ever a problem, and then you're asked to create the Wi-Fi network itself. From there, the app will do its thing, putting the final touches on the Wi-Fi network, your phone will automatically connect, and you're good to go. So at this point, you have a basic Wi-Fi network with a single Deco router, and now it's time to add another unit and create the mesh network. So going back into the app, all you have to do is tap Add Another Deco, and from here you'll want to think about where you're going to put it. If there are any rooms or areas of the house that tend to have a weak signal, as long as you have a power outlet nearby, you can set up the second point there. Once again, the app does all the heavy lifting, just label your second point and you're good to go. As far as what else comes packed inside the app, right away you can check the status of your mesh network and see all of the devices currently connected to Wi-Fi, which is certainly helpful. You can also check to make sure all of your various Wi-Fi points are running properly as well. And what's unique to this system is that you also get 3 free years of antivirus protection through Trend Micro. So you can constantly monitor your network for malicious content, block known malicious websites up front, quarantine infected devices, and more, all for free and all right from the app. And this is a feature you can't really get on any other mesh network. You've also got some pretty robust parental controls that you can use to monitor and filter content, block certain topics, categories and apps, and even certain websites. Once again, all right there through the app. Lastly, you can also integrate a ton of different smart home tech items through the app as well, without having to utilize a separate app. For example, you can fully incorporate Philips bulbs, Nest thermostats, quick-set locks, Samsung motion detectors, and tons more, and integrate Amazon Alexa too, and have all your smart home tech and Internet of Things devices work seamlessly, all in one place, all in the Deco app. Now, at the end of the day, none of these perks and features matter if the Deco system doesn't create a fast and reliable network. And fortunately, the last couple of days I've used it, the system has been flawless. Like I said at the start of the video, I've tried a bunch of mesh Wi-Fi systems now, but what I immediately noticed about the Deco is that it tends to retain my max speeds, in my case about 150 megabits per second up and down, more consistently than my Google Wi-Fi routers did. And with a mesh network, consistency is key. The whole point of having a mesh network is eliminating dead zones and spreading a faster, more reliable network across a larger space. And the Deco does an excellent job with that. Coupled with the extra features like smart home integration and 3 years of Trend Micro antivirus support, and you've got a really solid feature-packed product that I definitely recommend.